Are you guys hearing me? Backside to all this time on the depa, yes or no? People, una can't hear, una never hear me a while ago. I lie. All this time me there so. Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay, let me start again. All right, first of all, let me hail up people. Good night, Gloria. Good night, Karen. Big up yourself. Matty, what's up? Pottinger Naturals. Norma, what's going on? What's going on? Aren't you supposed to be in bed? No, me not supposed to be in no bed. It is very early over here. Remember, say Saturday night, you know. Indeed, press up the like button. Mark yourself present in class. Big up yourself, Dawn. Debbie Jervis TV. What's up, sis? And yes, indeed, do subscribe, just as Dawn has said. Right. Let me see who else I'm seeing. Guy's number 2. Big up yourself, Karen. Big up yourself, John. Thank you very much for that reminder. Jesus Christ is Lord. He loves you all more than anything. That is very true. Rosemary, big up yourself. Vanessa, what's up, sis? What's up, my member? Bejan girl, I don't know why you're not seeing your badge, sweetheart. If you have subscribed and purchased a membership, the only way your badge would go is if, for example, you did not renew. So double check that and see if it went through. That's the only thing I can see, right? When I like up the flipping live, there. You see it? All right. Are you here? That is it, pie. Them have a like up a live for me to talk. All right. Flavia, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Juju, what's up? You did more than 3 months. That's strange. Beijing girl, I'm gonna after the live, I'm gonna go into the settings and see what's going on, because there's no reason for you to not have a badge if you did more than 3 months. That's really strange. Scotty Biscuit, what's up? So we're gonna talk about something that I've been observing on social media, because it's becoming kind of like a pattern now. I'm glad say me do this when DMG left, because me don't really want no crowd. I just want my genuine people for you, what me have to say. I've noticed that there is this habit of being, of one starting off as being very disrespectful, tearing down somebody, disparaging their character, defaming them, causing them genuine harm to their brand, disrespecting them in such a horrible way, collaborating with enemies in order to tear down the person, doing the worst, saying the worst, going out of your way to hurt and harm. And then realizing that you are actually fighting a losing battle, and that many of the claims to which you were ascribing to have no substance, no truth behind it, no fact to it. And then once you realize that, or you come to some kind of reality, because, nothing that was said was true, it was all false. But when you come to your reality, there is this overexertion of energy to make amends, and to show that you are now on the right side, and all of the me no know. To me, it just smacks of a slight obsession. It's a bit strange, because if I know that I messed up and I was doing somebody wrong, my approach, and this is me personally, right? Okay, 89. What something there? What my wrenchers them there? Please to get rid of OK 89. We don't want to trump over here, so get rid of OK 89 for me, no, please and thanks. Right? A Jamaica this, we not deal with Trump. Any old Trump come a Jamaica, we anger that. So come off of my life. Nonsense. Anyway, why is it that when people do these kind of things and they're trying to make amends, they for one thing, I know that obviously if you do public damage, public repair is always good. But these people, if it was me, especially if I have personal contact information, the first move I'm going to make is to personally reach out, That's me. You understand? And have the conversation before then taking to my platform to do repair. And if I'm doing repair, it is one general listen Everything that I stood for in the past was rubbish. Everything I did had no substance. I retract all of what I have said, and I hugely apologize to the person and to whoever I have offended. And now it is time to move on. And then you move on to normal, other content, something more interesting, take your audience in a new direction. But they've got this habit then to then jump on board of um going after people that the lady don't like or cussing on her behalf and blah blah blah. And all it does is revisit the cycle of abuse. In other words, all it does is it causes even more negativity to come towards her rather than just moving on and getting on with the thing. It is the most, I don't know, the most twisted way of making up for past hurt that I have ever seen. And it's really important that a spirit of discernment exists, where the lady is concerned, so that she recognizes that this kind of pattern of behavior is borderline obsessive. It's borderline obsessive. So true. Yes. It's borderline obsessive. Then, there's this whole thing that people are out there saying, oh, the lady is not God and whatever. No, she isn't. It is right that if you have wronged her, that you apologize for that. And I do believe in people being allowed to move on from when they have genuinely shown remorse. But you don't need to go on a rampage to do anything else, because this is where the damage comes in, and it does it all the time. When they start to make a move to do all sorts of other things to show up in her favor. Why? There is no need for that. If you're genuinely sorry, you're genuinely sorry. If you've got a problem with somebody, then that's completely different. But if you're doing it on her behalf, then what you are doing is in fact creating enmity on her behalf and bringing that energy into the shop. And that's the kind of thing that you guys are not realizing that she will look at. You understand? That she will look at. Now, let me address that person that sent that message to DMG on the live when she was giving away, the live that she did with Tammy, when she was giving away the tickets, etc. I don't know who you are. Whoever it is that sent that text in, I really don't know who you are, but please do not speak on my behalf. HDK has a very big mouth. She is capable of representing herself. And if it was an issue for any of us as bloggers about being shared, she would voice it. You understand? And for the record, DMG has shared me multiple times. You understand? Multiple times. Not just once, not just twice, not 3 times, multiple times. For the record. And that was in the days when my page was growing and I was developing, etc. She shared my page. Okay? And to which I was grateful. Now, all right, it's like you have a student as a teacher, and that student is being taught a lesson, and the student learned the lesson. You're going to keep teaching them the lesson? You don't recognize when it's time for gradual release to let that student develop mastery and move on? So at what point do you think that this lady has to carry on doing such sharing everybody page? She doesn't have to. Plus, she raised a very good point. I do very controversial blogging. My blogging is controversial. Okay? Controversial. And there are times when I'm going to go for people. Yes. Once it's in the public hemisphere, it isn't safe. You understand? And she has to ensure that her brand and her space is protected from that. You notice when I go on her page, I am just a Plankatarian. I just come over there and enjoy Planka Shop show and deal with Planka Shop matters. I don't go over there and talk and promote my page and go, oh, guys, come over to my page later. We're gonna do a live. No, I don't do that. Because I know my place and I have boundaries. And I respect her space. So when you guys do things like that, and then you're calling up my name, you're calling up observant name. Those kind of things are negative. And I don't understand why people don't think before they speak or rather type. It is so unnecessary. We are now fully capable bloggers in terms of being able to promote and grow ourselves. And everybody must can see that. It's no longer necessary. Right? And we still love and respect the lady, regardless. These are the things that you guys do to create enmity out here. But we're wise to that now, So it's not going to work at the end of the day. But all I'm saying is, this lady truly is the stone that the builder refused, because it is like, why would you? I don't even understand in the first place why it got to that point where you felt it necessary to go on a hate campaign against somebody that you guys don't even know. I don't understand that. I don't understand any hate campaign. Oh, there you are, Bayesian girl. There you are. See? I don't know what you did to fix your membership, but you're there now. You're there now with your badge, Huns. I don't know what happened. Right? As women, we need to do better interacting with each other. That is so true. They can keep their fingers quiet. They can't keep their fingers quiet. Yes, he's to keep from, can switch at any time when the moon full. This is the thing. What is this obsession people have with who she shares? Yes, Pottinger, it's so weird. It's so weird. Why are you paying attention to that? That in itself sound bad mind. It sound very, very bad mind. Why are you paying attention to which page gets share and which page not get share and watching them little something there? That's very small minded. You understand? It is very, very small minded. The worst of the worst need to go show his mother that attention. And then this is another thing that I noticed. And this is another thing that persistently fails. And I'm wondering if nobody has ever really had this discussion. You're trying to get in on the lady, right? And all right, you want to be close or you want to be welcomed. But then on the one hand, you're doing that. And then what do you do on the backhand? You are disrespecting her supporters. Tell me if that makes sense. It doesn't. You cannot enter the woman's space and disrespect her supporters. Because, okay, fair enough, the supporters may not accept you and may not even like you or not trust you. But you know that if the boss say, everybody back off, they will. Because it is her platform and she can forgive and welcome in whoever she likes, right? But when you come on and you then want to get into the shop, but then you are saying the rest of uno can go, or the rest of uno a jing bang, or the rest of uno no matter, and those are her core supporters. It can cause a reduction in support and a reduction in commitment. And it can cause people to go left. People who are valuable to her platform to go left. Because you are at the one point claiming that you're wanting to be close to the lady. Or you're wanting the lady's forgiveness and acknowledgement. And then on the other hand, you are disrespecting the people without whom she would not be who she is. Right? She would not be who she is. And Beijing girl, I don't even know. Maybe. Maybe, but I don't even business about that, because the lady free have whoever she wants to have as our favorite. I'm not out here. Sorry. I'm not out here trying to take the place or to, and I want that to be clear. Because even if the person steps right back into where they were at, that's none of my business. It's not my platform or my choice to make, but there will be other repercussions based on how it's done. And the spirit of discernment is necessary, right? Because you need to recognize that if you are doing these things, you are still bringing negative energy into the space that she wants to have as her safe space on social media, so to speak. You understand? Um, and it really is a wrong approach. It is a wrong approach, and I've always said that. How can you claim to say that you love the person or you adore the person or you admire the person and you disrespect those around her who are her genuine supporters? You understand? This part has always been a disparity that I've never been able to understand. And it's not just the ones we're referring to in our chat, right? Um, so it is something to think about, because genuine welcome is better than a part welcome. A part welcome means that you are going to implicate her platform and in a way affect her algorithms by your very presence. You see what I'm saying? Um, Back off, she can't make me like them. Like nobody can tell me otherwise. Perhaps it's jealousy, don't know. Maybe it is. I believe she's a sensible person. Of course she is. She is a sensible person. She'll know exactly how to handle this. Such man is deluded and playing with us through plankers, and what can go so. But I tell you, obsession. Oh my gosh. But the thing is that as well, when you also look at there's certain personality traits in characters that are quite eccentric on social media, that gives you an idea of the kind of people that they are. When you come across somebody that can go from 0 to 100 real quick, it means they're unstable, emotionally immature. Yes. And such people are fragile people. If you are incapable of controlling your temperament and keeping a consistent temperament despite whatever topic, then it means that your temperament can get the better of you. And it just takes somebody to press the right buttons. And trust and believe, there are going to be members of the blogging community who are going to come and press the buttons until the right button is pressed, because they want to test to see if or not you are genuine with your desire to come back. Remember, they did it to me and I wasn't even out. I wasn't even out. Did everything in their power to drive a wedge, everything in their power to create havoc and problems, right? And it still didn't work. Didn't work and will never. You understand? Um, that person is unstable. Yes. Camping out in mountains. I must that. Me don't know. I must camping out in mountain view. Oh boy, and this is how it is really. It really is about recognizing that. Thank you very much, Norma, because me no know how the preacher them come out so strong today. Thank you, preachers, and thank you for those people who were on my life talking about Jesus died on the cross for the sins and all of these things. But this is not church today, okay? The Lord is always present, even over here, even when we're not talking about him. Right? So we don't want any preaching in the comments today. Yeah. Right? So it's a pattern. I've seen it so many times. It's a pattern. And I really wonder if that kind of attitude is because she did not draw near to them as they would have liked. Perhaps it was the case of they got an initial rejection, and the rejection it's so hot that them straight away jump from being on that side to being enemies. And then they wanted to then take out their vengeance in that way. So to tear her down was the easiest way to do it, to destroy her character, to affect her brand and so on is the easiest way to deal with that rejection, that revenge, that thirst for revenge. And because them can't get to her personally, so they'll do any little thing to kick up. It's like a baby throwing its toys out of the cot because it don't get what it wants. You understand? um but as I said, I don't get that. I really don't get that at all. I don't. I am a person that when I'm on a topic, I will make sure that I squeeze that topic until I get everything out of it. But it don't really mean I may have anything personal with the person, me move on after that, me move on after that. After that, I'm talking about other stuff and I'm onto other stuff. You understand? But I literally see people who spend years on this internet obsessing with this lady. It's weird to me. Years trying to destroy her and getting nowhere with it at all. Nowhere with it. You know? I mean, like, has somebody really put so much energy into trying to tear down this lady? Is it that deep? Then if these people would do this with their time, and I mean they're on lives for hours and hours and hours, and if they would do this with their time, what would they do in real life? I really want to know. What would they really do in real life? You understand? Maybe they wouldn't do anything in real life. If they were in her space and the internet is the only place they can be such warriors. But it's almost like it's giving single white female. It's giving some psychological illness, obsession beyond belief. And there are a few characters out here on social media that are like that. I think some are more at ease with it than others. Some are so obsessive that they don't even see that they're being obsessive. And they just have to be offended by the person. Look how much persons out here offend me. Me I gotta come out here every day and talk about them and give them that power over me. No, sir. Bayesian girl. Unhealthy obsession. We have to understand that evil people exist, and because of the technology age, we're seeing it in real time. That's a very good point. She's no longer. Me can't let Bayesian girl in a Bayesian girl, behave yourself. Behave yourself, my love. Listen, if we were to look at all the names that we're called on social media and be thin-skinned about it, I would probably would exit this life already. You cannot be on social media and be weak. You have to be very, 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 very strong in order for you to exist on this platform, on these platforms. Because, even now on my Facebook has opened up to an even wider audience of mostly younger people, because I'm discussing topics that are pertinent to them. And occasionally when them come up in the comments, them say some downright disrespectful things. But suck your mother may get from the weak start. Because them not agree with what I'm a post about. So, and these are people in their 20s. Now, if I was to take on every single one of these, I'd be spending every day cursing, cursing, cursing. Me only they choose to address that one day yesterday because I want a long time big woman and she out her. You understand? And it's a planker, a so-called planker anyway, pretend planker, right? And that's why I'm a robber, because she did definitely deserve it. But then me can't pay attention to that. And there's always going to be your core supporters, and then there's going to be followers, right? And those people are just followers. So we have to learn to compartmentalize our emotions and respond accordingly. But some of these people cannot compartmentalize their emotions. No. So it will take, the person, them button just have to get pressed, and then them start cuss and go on and in the most disgusting way. And then they claim that they change like that. Change comes over time. We have to see this progressive change. We have to see it being persistent. You can't curse and drag and destroy somebody for years and then change in a few months. Trust and believe it can take probably an equal time for anybody to trust you. Yes. Because even if you look upon the man with a degree, him still not trusted by many. But at the end of the day, the persistence and the commitment is still there with regards to this lady. So more and more people are being persuaded to think, okay, it's possible that the change is permanent, but there are people who will never ever believe it and never accept it, and that's just facts. Whether or not they want to accept it is facts. You understand? Um, what I always wonder, if the other side was successful in bringing down, they would be singing a different tune and be saying a good fear. Pi, you raise an exceptional point. What if all those things that were said, all those lies that were told, all those claims that were made, what if it had a permanent dent in her career and her progress? Would you then come out afterwards and say it was a lie? Would reflection kick in and you then say, I never meant that and it wasn't true, to help to repair the damage? Or would you have just sat back and said, good? That is a very pertinent point. You understand? And, as I said, it's wonderful that people recognize that they have done wrong and they recognize it in good enough time. So that it's not the only memory had of them on social media. But where further damage happens is when they go above and beyond to try to prove via their platforms by attacking either those that are close to her, supporting her, or those who are against her in her name. It's damaging. It's damaging. He will never get my view. He need to turn to God. Then I cannot save him. Right? It's damaging. Right? It's all about views. Lord have mercy. From he said what he said about the baker was not true, I say he would let people go jail. Listen, that part, Jano, I don't even think about that, because let me tell you something, Classy T. You see, something like that in England, a serious allegation that, as when me tell you say a serious allegation, that's something where we get your business cancelled. You hear me? Your business can get cancelled based on that accusation alone. Anyhow that went AWOL, anyhow that went public. You understand? And say, mega tell you, mega confess something. Say, me know somebody who did fall out with the baker. And the person started a hate campaign and was going to slate him left, right, and center about the place. And it was the time when the baker did piss me off too. So at first, me ain't say nothing, me just know so the person I do it. But then my conscience start bite me. My conscience start bite me and I had to tell her to stop. And them time them me and the baker never did a deal, because the baker did root me upon in live and he never know say I was going to be a blogger. I was just an ordinary follower at the time. And it was an unnecessary root, because I never disrespect him. Them time there when he head did hot. Alright? But don't worry about that, because me and the baker, we have spoken off air about it. And it's all good. All behind and forgiven and done. But that lady was going to, when me said tarnish him, and I stop her. Me stop her. And it was my conscience that said, no, okay, you can't know say somebody I go do something like this and let it happen. And I had to say to her, I said, don't you dare do. When I tell you that she was going to get in England here, we have, like how you have bounty hunters, we have pedo ring hunters, people who go after people on the basis of this thing. And them do all sort, them plant decoys, them do all sort of things to try and trap you and then use it against you in court to get you locked up, to get you incarcerated and put you on the sex offenders register. And she wanted to do that. And I told her, what the hell? Are you mad? Listen, I was like, don't do that. You've got absolutely, you've got absolutely no reason to destroy the man like that. You understand? Right? Normal, get rid of Maxine 91. Cause some are not real idiots. Come on my page and chat foolishness. You people that just go around on YouTube and they don't have no sense. Anyway, so yeah, I stopped her and said, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't destroy anybody's career like that at all. And had to calm her down, etc., etc., etc. And it took a lot of counseling and stuff because indeed what had happened was that indeed rinse her pan, pan alive, you know. And I won't go into the story too much because then you'll know who it is. So, and she begged me not to say, but I'm just saying, right? There are times when sometimes we as platform holders we do offend people who are on our pages. And we don't mean to offend them that deep, or we think that they should be thick skinned enough to handle social media, and they're not. And them take it to heart to the point where if them could have seen a real life and take your life, them would have do it. The way them hurt by it. You hear what I'm saying to you? And some people take this offense so badly. It's like it's the first disrespect them ever get, and them see it almost like a whole public humiliation. You understand? And that's why, even after me did a rub that one day yesterday, I just put it for members only. Because I'm just like, I'm not going to leave this out here to make it be a permanent damage to this woman. So I just private it. Get it off my chest and private it. I'm going to take down the picture of her have on my page and so I say, Lord Jesus. She's supposed to have sleepless night and all them something there. You can't bother them something to people. But I'm just saying, we do offend, right? Because at the end of the day, sometimes followers come up in the comments and they misbehave. And I remember when that particular person used to be in Planka Shop, that was one of the biggest gripes that we had. Was the up and down in the comments saying inappropriate things, being disrespectful to other people on the platform, so on and so forth. And really and truly, I am hoping that there is a development and a growth to know that that kind of behavior in itself cannot be considered acceptable. It used to be a time, I can't remember who it was, one of the followers on DMG's page. Every time she come up, she used to write some sexual innuendo thing and always in a caps. And that thing used to do my head in. We'll just be there just talking and enjoying Planka Shop and somebody will come up and talk about suches are sitting and it was just some people found it funny. I found it jarring. I'm like, this has nothing to do with the discussion. What is happening? But then again, once again, it's not my platform. So, if it was on my platform, I'd be like, would you just chill? Okay. Because it's like you're always in a heat. But as I said, that's different. That's more somebody trying to add a kind of atmosphere that is jovial. Some people found the jokes hilarious and so on, as opposed to saying things disrespectful either about other people or towards other people. you know um and this is the thing. You're gonna come with a vibe. Make sure the vibe is pure, no man. um don't use the move as a weaponized move to create more havoc and drama, and then expect to gain respect. This part of it, this part of it. I remember that. Yeah. Let me see. I have something here. Yeah, get rid of that. Honestly, what is going on? I swear, Trump has these little minions that are around the place. just a go out the place to talk about Trump. He wanted to willfully tarnish his name out of spite with no base. Yeah, that's real bad. It is really, really, really bad. And just come and say sorry. This is the thing. Just come and say sorry, just so brap. Sorry. And time to move on. I don't know, say sorry, but show that you're about a different life. Show that you're about a different life. Do something different. Do something interesting. Talk about something else. Yeah. That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, guys, may I go back in our shop now? I distract on enough. And yeah, we just wanted to have a little quick discussion. Don't make it be the case of when you're dealing with people, and you fall out with them. You fall out with them to the point of such ill repair that it takes all this kind of, almost like you're turning yourself into a martyr just for forgiveness sake. You're gonna destroy yourself, damage yourself, say all kind of things to know, say, look at me, I am different. No, man, it not necessary. Just be different. It's as simple as that. Just be different, right? All right. All right, people. Talk to you guys later. Big up yourself. All right. And like up the live on your way out. All right. This is your girl, Hey Teacher K. Bye bye.